Prime Minister receives report on state-owned enterprises, new independent regulatory body formed, and congrats Reggae Boys. I'm Simone Wolf with Jamaica House Weekly. Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller is back in office after taking 4 days vacation leave starting last Tuesday. Mrs. Simpson Miller returned to office this past Saturday. While she was away, Minister of Water, Land, Environment and Climate Change, Robert Pickersgill, was in charge of the government. Before her departure, Prime Minister Simpson Miller met with a delegation from the Asian Development Bank. The delegation paid a one-week visit to the island to present the findings of a study entitled Finding Balance 2014, benchmarking the performance of state-owned enterprises in island countries. The report found that Jamaica's state-owned enterprises contribute 1.5% of GDP compared to 4.5% in poorer countries in the Pacific. The study also uncovered that privatization of state-owned enterprises doesn't lead to increased service costs to the public. Instead, it leads to more efficient and profitable enterprises. The Prime Minister also welcomed a delegation from UK-based charity Chain of Hope International, led by founder Professor Sir Magdi Yaqub. Since 1995, the organization has been providing life-saving heart operations to children. 29 countries, including Jamaica, have been benefiting from the charity, which carries out cardiac surgery in the children's homeland. The minister responsible for information held the weekly Jamaica House press briefing on Wednesday. She told the media that Cabinet had approved the immediate separation of Bureau of Standards Jamaica's regulatory division to make way for an independent entity. It's to be called the National Compliance and Regulatory Authority.
The new body will be responsible for registering processed food establishments, inspecting goods at ports of entry and in the local market, to ensure compliance as well as perform regulatory functions.
She explained that the move was intended to correct an inherent conflict of interest in the BSJ's organizational structure.
The conflict stems from the fact that the Bureau performs conformity assessments, sets standards, and then seeks to regulate the standards it has set.
The National Compliance and Regulatory Authority is expected to strengthen Jamaica's compliance with international and regional trade agreements. The Bureau of Standards is one of 2 government agencies undergoing restructuring under the World Bank Government of Jamaica Strategic Public Sector Transformation Project. At the Jamaica House media briefing, Senator Faulkner said Cabinet had also approved the participation of Philip Caldwell in the 31st Annual Telecommunications Conference being held in Miami, Florida. And Labour Minister Derek Kellier's visit to Canada was likewise approved. He is expected to iron out the discontinuation of deductions from employees' salaries and meet with employers and Jamaicans on the farm work program. And Minister Faulkner revealed that there were 2 new contracts signed in Cabinet. The first was a $49.5 million contract to rebuild the Harbour Head Bridge in Port Morant, St. Thomas. Construction is expected to be completed in 6 months' time. The second contract was to rehabilitate the Falmouth Main Road seawall at a cost of $50.7 million. That project will begin in August and last for 4 months. Minister with responsibility for sport, Natalie Nita Headley, congratulated the Reggae Boys on their historic win against the United States Wednesday. Minister Nita Headley said she was proud of the team's hard work and congratulated them on a job well done. The Reggae Boys' historic 2-1 win over the U.S. on home soil secured their place in the finals of the CONCACAF Gold Cup. The Reggae Boys, however, went down 3-1 Sunday in their matchup against Mexico. That's how we close today's edition of Jamaica House Weekly. Join us next time for the latest stories coming out of the office of the Prime Minister.